Okay, take your time.
السلام عليكم. يسعد مساكم جميعا and welcome to our today's workshop, which is going to be about how to write a descriptive essay presented by Mr. Majed Alghamdi. Thank you, Brother Majed, for taking the lead to present this workshop. And the floor is yours. You may start now.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Bassam, for giving me this opportunity tonight to be a presenter for this workshop. And thank you, everyone, to participate in our workshop tonight. So our workshop tonight is about descriptive essay. Okay. Okay. So the goals for our workshop here we have 8 goals. The first one, be able to define the descriptive writing, and the second one, be able to recognize the purpose of the descriptive writing. Third, be able to identify an effective descriptive. Sorry, just let me take this down. Okay. And know resources for alternative vocabulary, have tools for revising description. And the last one, understand the main structure of the descriptive essay. Okay. So here we have a warm-up question, which is, what is a descriptive essay? So take a minute and think, please. Please, everyone on the chat box can, let's say, share his opinion or her opinion. What do you know about it? Okay. Okay. Good. Describe something using senses. Explain the details. Excellent. Describe something or someone describing. Great, great, great. So we all agree about we are describing. It is to provide information. Good, good. Excellent, excellent. Okay, oh, sorry. What is happening here? I think there's, okay, let me close this. Again, I think we have, where is it? Sorry for the interruption. It's really, okay. Okay, again. Okay. Okay, guys, do you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Okay, excellent, excellent. I'm sorry about the interruption. So the definition of the descriptive essay. A descriptive essay is a writing that is intended to provide a vivid experience to the reader. A vivid experience is one that appeals to all 5 senses of the human body. The descriptive writing is a picture in words that helps the reader see, hear, taste, smell, or feel something that the writer has experienced. Okay. Before you start to write your essay, consider 3 important steps. So before you write anything, especially when your mission is to describe something, you have to think about these 3 steps. The first one is have a why. Have a why. So always have a purpose and end goal before approaching any descriptive essay. To try to understand your role as a descriptive essay writer. If you have to depict some issue and portrayal, or is it ask you to incorporate your feelings and sentiments about the particular theme? You have to decide to be more objective or subjective in your descriptions. So this is the first step. The second one, know your details. So after you know your purpose, you know how you have to know your details. So depictions are vital. However, do exclude irrelevant subtle elements since they will back off your written work and make the reader lose interest. Avoid commonly used expressions that are not unique or inventive. Okay, make your essay long without writing useless stuff. So you can see here details create the big picture. So we start with the details. The third one, use your senses. For majority of uh, authors, it is moderately simple to incorporate sight into the portrayal. Yet, it is also vital to incorporate different senses as descriptive essay helpers, with a specific end goal to make the picture more striking: taste, touch, hearing, and smell. By joining faculties and utilizing memory about the sentiments that these senses raise, you will make a great and more powerful illustration and description. You can see in this picture how you use all your senses to feel and describe the scene. Okay, so after these three steps, we have one question here. When description is used, can we think about it? Okay, so the first thing we use description, scenes, introductory paragraphs, narrative paragraphs, people profiles, character analysis. The third, business like resumes, reports, research papers. And the last one, processes. Okay, so process analysis, recipes, personal experience. So these are the places or the works that we use the description writing on them. Okay, so here let's highlight some important points before we introduce the style of the essay. Here are some let's say elements that we have to focus on. For example, here we have ineffective description. So here are the points that we have to be careful about them. So uses dull, ordinary vocabulary. So do not use any vocabulary that make your writing more weak. Lacks sensory information. So as I told you, the third step. Okay, so you have to use your senses when you are describing. Fails to follow a logical sequence. So very important to be sequentially right. Provides unfocused excessive detail. So you need to provide details that very important. So effective descriptions. Effective descriptions. Number one, have accurate nouns, verbs, and modifiers. Two, have words for readers' sensory imagination. Three, tell readers what is important for them to know. So these three things you have to consider when you are describing, Okay, here again, dull verbs and modifiers. Dull verbs and modifiers. For example, here I have this sentence. Let's read it together. I went up the beach, past colorful rocks, and then I could see him looking into an old log. So in this sentence, we have something is like kind hear him. So we don't know him actually, and other some missing things. So who looked to whom? Okay, what kinds of colors? How was the action done? So we need to improve our this sentence a little bit to make it more, let's say, thoughtful or more beautiful than it is now. So here some vivid verbs and modifiers that we engage in our previous sentence to make the sentence more interesting. So read it together. I stumbled a little weaselly up the beach, clambering over the boulders of quietly fantasy colors. And then from my new vantage point, I saw Mark away in the distance on his knees and peering into an old log. So now we can see the difference between the first sentence and this sentence, and how this sentence is more beautiful and interesting than the first one. Okay, here, where do I find the words? So where there is sources to find our words or our vocabulary. There are vocabulary actually is everywhere. So there are two let's say places to find them: formal resources and informal sources. Formal sources like reference books, professional journals, news media, and so on. Informal sources, pairs, TV, internet, blogs, videos, novels, poetry, podcast interviews, especially with writer performers. Okay, so now we knew where can find we can find vocabularies. Okay, meaningless verbs, or let's say dull verbs. Dull verbs only tell us the basic fact, lacking descriptive dimension. For example, here, the sentence, I walk to the store. So we don't know actually the action when what's happened, how is the feeling of the person who did the action. How was he was in hurry, or he was, let's say, walking slowly. So we need more description to get in this sentence. Okay, so we revised the verb in that sentence. Changing the verb can add meaningful information in just one word. Okay, I slug to the store. We changed walk to slug. Now we know it took great effort to do the action, and we may feel what the author felt. Okay, so it is really very important to revise your verbs. Okay, revising verbs. To enliven your verbs, circle the repeated boring ones and replace them with more meaningful verbs. For example, okay, here she ran to answer the phone. So here, this, let's say, dull verbs or meaningless verbs like ran, we need to change it a little bit and modify it to make it more interesting. So she sprinted to answer the phone. So here we can feel and let's say engage in the action of hers. Okay, so this is how it is important to revise your verb after you describing something. Okay, here we go. Descriptive essay outline. So we reach the point of the outlining or the structure of the essay. Essay has every essay: argumentative essay, descriptive essay, essay comparing contrasting essay has three main parts. The first one, introduction; the second, body paragraphs or a body paragraph; And the last one is the summary or the conclusion of the essay. Okay, introduction. What is the purpose of the introductory paragraph? Okay, guys, please. Can we see any comments about this? So, introduction, what is the purpose of it? We always use introduction to start our essay. So, what do you think, guys? To introduce a topic, excellent. To prepare the reader, excellent. To set the mood, it likes opening the subject. Yes, perfect, perfect, guys. I like it. Okay, so let's move. Excellent. The hawk, excellent. Okay. Introduction. Purpose of introductory paragraphs has many purposes. The first one, to introduce your subject. The second one, to identify your central issue. This is the thesis, this is the main thing. To engage the reader's attention, interest, to plot the path of the essay, state purpose, justify argument, mention ideas forthcoming, establish order of those ideas. Okay, this is the purpose of the introduction. How to write a proper introduction. So now we need to know some points or elements that could help us to compose a perfect introduction. The first thing, generalize first. So you have to generalize first. Do not just jump into your topic. Ease into the conversation. And here we have the GQS, generalization, code, quip, question, and then we have statistic. Introduce your subject and then narrow to a particular topic with its specific focus. This is the thesis. Okay, so going from up to down. Introduction. We have something like, let's say, a technique, funnel effect. Funnel effect. This funnel effect, this narrowing process is a form of deductive reasoning, moving from the general to the specific. It allows the writer to introduce a subject, focus on a particular topic, and express a thesis on that narrow topic in a concise statement. So this is the starting of the funnel. And then from this specific thesis statement, the writer then begins the process of supporting his or her claim throughout the body of the essay. All of this is good for the readers who can easily follow the train of thought, can establish accurate expectations, and can know exactly where the essay is going. Okay, still we are in the funnel. I have termed this deductive process, the deductive process, the funnel effect. Here, the writer slowly narrows and logically progresses toward his or her thesis statement. So he is going down a little bit. The transition then to the first body paragraph is seamless. Moving from the thesis statement to the first means of support. Visually, it looks like here is our funnel effect technique. So you can see here, it's kind of visualizing, it's kind of science. This technique, you means you go from general background information, maybe a hawk telling a story or a question, and then you go down to get your thesis with a concise statement. I think if you understand this technique or picture, you will easily write a very good introduction. Think about it and just imagine it, okay? Introduction, funnel effect. Example, okay? So here is an example to show you how this funnel works, starting and ending, okay? So starting here, owning a car these days is a necessity for none more than the community college student. Okay, or you can start, everybody needs a car these days, especially students at a community college. Okay, he is now in general, he is now generalizing. Okay, looking around the parking lot at Luzerne County Community College, I usually see three types of cars: the new high-ended graduation gift cars, the modified sports cars, and the rundown first cars. Okay, so he is now going to through the funnel. He's narrowing now, starting, specifying. Okay, unfortunately, my car is one of the later. He means the last, let's type of car. Huh? So here we starting our thesis with clear dominant impression. Dominant impression. Okay, so the thesis is my gray 1986 Oldsmobile Omega is a Bandu buggy, especially in terms of its exterior, interior, and trunk. So here, guys, you see the perfect introduction for introducing your car or talking about your old car. Introduction, thesis statement. So we reach the main or the heart of your introduction. The thesis statement comes at the end of the first paragraph. Always it comes at the end of your first paragraph. Funnel effect. We remember this technique, funnel effect. Okay. Starting with the topic. Plus, this is we are talking about the thesis statement, Shabab. The sentence, okay? Starting with the topic plus main idea plus the support reasons or the support ideas. Another example. Okay, so general example. Here, Metallica is my favorite band. Okay, so here, say the name of the band, Metallica, okay, is the topic. Look here, the topic we introduce first, and then is my favorite band. So this is the main idea. This is the main idea. Next, what we need the support ideas, okay, because of their lyrics, their live shows, and their distinctive sound. Here we have three means of support, three means of support, or three ideas. Okay, so this is the formula. Let's say this is formula to compose a very good thesis statement. Introduction. By the end of the introductory paragraph, the reader should know exactly what your thesis is, how will support your thesis, how you will order that support, what type of essay you are writing, what your purpose is for writing on this particular topic. So all these things by the end of your introduction should the reader know about, or should the reader the reader will able to answer these questions if you're writing, if your introduction well written. Okay. Here are some websites that could be helpful for you guys to practice or to learn about introduction. And guys, you know, introduction, it is really very important because this is the beginning. always make your beginning look wonderful. So you have, let's say, spend efforts in your introduction to make your essay more perfect. The second thing, we start body paragraphs. Body paragraphs. Here we have a question. What do you think are the qualities of a strong descriptive essay? So if you want to, let's say here talking about the bodies, okay? So what do you think are the qualities to make your body more, let's say, strong? What do you think? Okay, unity and coherence, excellent, perfect. Okay, reasonable evidence, excellent. The proper sequence, give example, relation to the thesis, excellent. This is really important to be related to your thesis. Okay, so let's find out. Okay, qualities of a strong descriptive essay. Starting always, because we are in a descriptive essay, starting always, okay, with describe, do not list. Okay, show, do not tell. Describe, do not list. Okay, list, do not describe. Lists are more exemplary than descriptive. This is a descriptive essay using sense details, not an illustrative essay using reasons. So you have to use your senses when you are giving details. And the last one, which is very important about this point, show rather than tell. Here, the reader want to, let's say, feel and, let's say, engage in your writing and enjoy the moment when he read about your description. The second quality, sense details only. Sense details only. Appeal to five senses, not just sight. Not only focusing on the one sense, try to engage both or the five senses, not only sight. Like here, like number, size, shape, texture, material, sensation, taste, and the sound. Try to engage all these sense details. The third factor, similes and metaphors. Similes and metaphors. Try to use them, engage them. Okay, use similes and metaphors to reinforce your idea. The I, which is stand for dimension impression. Okay, dominate impression. Okay, for example, here the smell is like. Here is similes. Okay, or metaphors. The smell reminds me of wet moldy leaves soaking into a garment rain gutter for a month. Okay, so can you see and imagine how descriptive writing is really wonderful? Okay, number four, relate all sense details to your dominant impression. It is really important. Repeat thesis sometimes between paragraphs. Okay. Another aspect of my room that makes it a big stay is, and then start at the start of your new paragraph. Let the reader keep up and still connected to your thesis. So this is one technique to make your thesis more stronger. Okay. Sorry, to make your descriptive more stronger. Adjectives and adverbs that are synonyms with your dominant impression. So for example, here we have the adjective busy, okay? Hectic, for example, it's a synonym, energetic, jam, active, and many other synonyms. Try always use synonym, do not repeat, okay? Do not repeat. Okay, here number five. Number five, this is still, we are still in the factors that make your descriptive writing more stronger. Use transitions. Use transitions between sentences logically or spatially. Connect details in each sentence. And between paragraphs, repeat thesis. As I told you, you have sometimes to remind your reader about your thesis and to engage them. Use proper pronoun references. Okay, for example here, so especially when generalizing in introduction, okay, the beginning of the starting, or in the generalization at the beginning of your introduction. For example here, everyone has a place he or she could call his or her own. So you can see now, you can recognize how we using, let's say, not proper or improper pronouns here, like he, she, and his, her, make your writing very weak. And it's not, it's kind of boring way to express your writing. So, for example, we need, so see how the use of he or she gets old fast. So go plural. This is the only solution, okay? Over here, the example after we corrected, most people have a place they could call their own. They could call their own, okay? So look here, instead of using two pronouns, we use only one. Instead of using two, let's say, object pronoun, we used only one. Okay. Number seven, diction. Okay, diction. Okay. Use creative, selective, and pointed details. Words. Employ concrete, specific word choice. So you have so you have to use very creative and selective words. Okay. Number eight, have a clear vision of the object. Have a clear vision of the object. Best to visit the place you will describe. So if you have, let's say, time, or if you are able to visit the place that you are going to describe, maybe it's a good idea to visit this place, to go there and employ all your senses in this on that place, and maybe you will let's say find out a lot of information that you can mention in your description and make your descriptions more thoughtful. Number nine, have a careful selection of details. So only those that support your dominant impression. Okay, the details that very important to you, and it is very important that the reader should know about it. Maintain a consistent point of view, okay, and no second person, just you, okay. Let's say, don't um, engage any other one, let's say, or an opinion of other person in your writing. Just talk about your opinion, okay. Just talk about your opinion. 11, develop a logical flow of ideas and these details. Coherence, okay. It is very important. Camera angle, okay. So you are here the man, you are here the responsible, okay, guy, for your ideas, okay. Number 12, remember, this is not a why or because essay, which is supported with reasons. Instead, use aspect, feature, characteristics, portion. Okay. Body, take the hint. Okay. For the body paragraph, sense details only. only those sense details that support your dominant impression. And third one, if any detail does not support your dominant impression, no matter how cool it is or interesting it may be, omit it from this essay. Do not mention it. Okay? Just the related senses. Just the related senses. Okay? Here is the chart showing you how it is important to this say using the senses detail that related only to the dominant impression, related only to your thesis statement, to your goal, okay, to your main target only. Okay, so you have to always think and remember this chart. Okay, so here for the body paragraph, there are some don'ts. There are some don'ts. The first one, do not list. Do not list. Okay, so items found in your car or room, this does not describe. Lists are more exemplary than descriptive. This is a descriptive essay using sense details, not an illustrative essay using reason. Show rather than tell again. Okay. Do not just throw ideas onto the page. Okay. Make sure you have a dominant impression, clear purpose, a point B, and clear purpose, a point. Be a movie director, let's say, okay, so you are the responsible, you are the director of kind of, imagine yourself you are creating a movie. Okay, so you need to have a very detailed and interested and related descriptive writing. So and limit what you want the audience to see it from your perspective. Okay, to see it or to see them from your perspective only. You are the controller here. You are the person on charge here in your ideas and thoughts. The third, do not describe attributes, feelings, personality. Okay, these are not sense details. Okay, these are not sense details. Okay, do not use bad expressions, cliches, okay, or cliches, rough around the edges, contractions, so abbreviation contractions, do not use them. Try to avoid. Or diction, things or old, using boring words, or abbreviations, especially when you are talking about, let's say, describing devices or something. Do not just write CD. Maybe sometimes you need to write like complete word, like compact disc, to let the reader enjoy when he reads something. Okay. Number five, numbers. If the numbers have three syllables, you can write in numerals, or one or two syllables, you can write it as letters like 6, 25. Years, always we wrote them in numerals forms. Here we reach the conclusion part. Purpose of concluding paragraphs. So the purpose, what is the purpose of your concluding paragraphs? We are reaching to the ending point, the summary. Now we need to end our work in a beautiful way. So to stress the importance, relevance of your thesis. So what? After we read about your description in the introduction and the body paragraphs, now we need to know what happens. Okay, so what? To repeat your purpose. Okay, again, you have to connect your readers, let them be engaged. Okay, do not lose them. Number three, to repeat your thesis, okay? Moral, point, listen, dominate impression. So maybe there are some moral or points that you may need to emphasize, okay? To repeat your main ideas, show the reader what are the main ideas again, to give the essay a sense of completeness, finality, okay? Show them you are in the summary part or in the conclusion point. To leave the reader with a final impression. This is your last chance to convince, to persuade the reader. So make the most of it. This is your let's say a golden card. Okay, this is the place where you can give your opinion and share it clearly and very strongly. Okay. Here are some suggestions, okay, for the conclusion. Discuss in full the lesson learned. So what have you learned from this writing? Maybe you learned something. Maybe it's a time now to share what you learned. Suggest larger applications of your findings, okay? Try to expand, suggest future papers or research. Maybe you can mention something or try give advice to the reader to go further in your topic. Refer back to your purpose and scenario mentioned in your introduction. Pose rhetorical questions. Maybe you need, so if you reach a point that you need your readers to be more, let's say, interesting about your point, so you could throw a question, rhetorical question about it in the conclusion place or in the conclusion part. Offer a third side to the issue. End with a clincher sentence. This is the finishing one. This is the finishing sentence. Clincher sentence. Okay, what is it? Just as you ended each body paragraph with concluding sentence that wrapped up that point or that paragraph, so too will you end the entire essay. Will you end your entire essay? Thesis statement, topic sentence, clincher, okay? So clincher sentence, paragraph, clincher sentence. Okay, so this is kind of the formula of it, okay? Of the formula of it. Avoid the empty cliche. Avoid the empty cliche. Wrap it all up. Relate to your point. For example, if you wrote a process paper on making, for example, a burger sandwich, maybe or maybe it's good to end it by saying that you are now hungry for one to, let's say, grab the attention of your reader and let them enjoy when they are reading. Okay. So here are some links for could be helpful for you, or websites could be helpful for you to write a conclusion, to write a good conclusion. Okay. So it's time for activity. It's time for activity. So I need here everyone to please to participate in this activity. It is really very short activity and interesting, inshallah. Okay. Okay. So here the activity about describing or giving vocabularies by using your five senses, okay, use your five senses to describe a popcorn. So it's like maybe you went with your friend last weekend to, let's say, a place, and you had a popcorn, for example, okay? And then at the school or the teacher ask you to, can you describe what you had last weekend? So immediately comes to your mind that popcorn, maybe it is the best popcorn that you ever had. So maybe it's time to let's say describe it, or trying to use your senses to give some vocabulary. Here already we have some crunchy, excellent. So this is about the sound. And here, tasty, okay, 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 crumbly, fluffy, okay, excellent. Yummy, okay, sweet. Take a minute, take a minute. So we need more to fill this table, to fill this table. Take 2 minutes, okay? Okay, good. Mouth watering, excellent, delicious. Okay, okay, Getty, okay. Think about it. Your senses. Look for the look here, the shape. What do you think? And maybe the colors. White cotton, excellent. Savory. Uh-huh. Okay. Yellowish. Okay, excellent. And maybe whitish. Light. Yes, you're right. Excellent. Freshly popped. Heard the gums. Excellent. Okay. Okay. So now let's move to the next page. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So for the taste, we can say something. Look here, salty, sweet, yummy. So delicious, mouth-watering. About smells, think, smells about buttery, salty. Let's say smoky sometimes, sweet, peppery. About sight, looks. Let's say kind of, we can imagine that it's cloudy, okay, because it's the same of the cloud. Puffy, golden, shiny, okay, plain, okay, could be plain. Sounds, crunchy, popping, okay, rubbing, okay. Here about the feels, maybe greasy, okay, or greasy, rocky, foamy, okay, and soft, smooth. Okay, all these, let's say, vocabulary or words are describing the popcorn by using our five senses, our five senses. So always, when you're describing, try to, and let's say, immerse yourself inside the situation and get in the box and try to find out and see all the things around and use your senses, five senses, to describe, to express your opinion, to express your opinion. Excellent, yes. Sticky, yes. Could be, yes, you're right. Okay, So here are some descriptive examples. We use, or we, let's say, uh, provide some examples by using that table. The first one about sight, about sight of the popcorn. So, is for example, we can see something, we can describe it. It is breathtaking to observe the golden, buffy, whitish popcorn. So you can see, guys, we just take our vocabulary that on the table and try to compose a sentence, a very descriptive sentence. This is only we use the side. So what about smell? What about the smell? Okay, I took a deep breath and smelled the sweet, buttery, salty popcorn. This is the way how you describe something or describing a very, let's say, favorable meal. Third, taste, about the taste. Okay, so my mouth watered as I tasted the salty, buttery, crunchy popcorn. Excellent, Shabab, excellent. Okay, so here our ending for this workshop. Any questions, please?
All right. Thank you, Brother Majid, for this very informative workshop. So we really learned a lot about different ways of writing descriptive essays. So I'm going to share with you now 3 links. The first one is the evaluation form. Please complete the evaluation form and please make sure that you write your email correctly, please. And the second one, our YouTube channel. Inshallah, we will upload this wonderful workshop within 24 hours. And the last link here is if you need any help with your writing, you can just book an appointment or couple appointments. Then our writing specialist will be happy to assist you. So thank you, Brother Majid. And if you have any questions, please, or comments, please post them here in chat, or you can open your mic and ask your question.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Bassam. And I'm really sorry about the interruption at the beginning. And it's my pleasure to be here tonight. And thank you for the guys who is participating in the chat box. Really, they are the stars of this workshop. Thank you, Dr. Bassam. Any question? Okay, so there is a question here. Let me try to.
Okay, here there's a question. In thesis document, in which part we can use the descriptive writing?
Okay, so is he talking about the thesis statement itself and the essay, or is talking about? So
Yeah, I
it
think,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's very important. It's very important to use your descriptive writing and your thesis. As I told you before, the thesis statement is the heart of your descriptive essay. So you have to relate all your senses to your thesis, okay, to your thesis. This is the way showing you how to end your writing. So this is really important. And as I told you guys, you can say something about, we have a formula, okay, the topic, the main idea, and then we have the supporting ideas. Remember that formula. Okay, excellent. كيف مرادفة أقوي vocabulary and review.
I think here is asking which level of students is this type of writing suitable for?
I think we can say from level 2 and level 3 and level 2, 3, okay, and 4, of course. So the student has to have vocabulary first, and then the vocabulary is kind of like his bank account, for example. Okay, so he has to expand his vocabulary to be, let's say, fit to write a really, really descriptive essay. So, okay, level, let's say level two, three. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, Ashwag also is asking about the vocabulary. How can she use synonyms and other related vocabulary?
Yeah, about vocabulary, this is really important. Always, I told my students to have, let's say, a notebook. Is there something with the sound? So this is your notebook. Keep it with you all the time while you are learning English. Okay. So it's very important. Always, when you see a word or vocabulary, a new one, try to find the meaning and try to find a word or vocabulary that you already knew about or you already familiar with it, and connect it and make a list always. Adjectives, adverbs, verbs, okay, subject or whatever. Try always make a list and use it, okay. If you don't use it, you will lose it, of course.
And a follow-up question from Reem. She's asking whether this type of writing descriptive essay is suitable for elementary students.
Elementary students, I think, yeah, but not kind of essay. Could be a short paragraph. Could be a short paragraph with a lot of visuals. It's really interesting. Could be a short paragraph with a lot of visuals, maybe using a diagram paper or paper that has some drawing on it, and let them write on these drawing. Okay, so because elementary, it's difficult for them to write a very or a descriptive essay as an essay, but paragraph is okay.
Okay, Rob here is asking, can we use descriptive writing in the study design or methodology section?
Can we use this key writing in the study design or methodology section? Yeah, why not? Because you are, and I think you are in art section. You are in a good place to describe. So I think yes, why not? Yeah, we can use it. It's very important.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
Yes, we have the topic, the main idea, and the support. And the thesis is the main idea is the aim of the study, and the support is the objectives. Yes, okay. So the topic is kind of what are you talking about, and then the main idea. What is the main idea? What is the main idea related to the topic? What is the rule of the main idea to the topic? As we talked about, maybe remember the name of the music band, Metallica or something. Okay, then we are talking about Metallica, and then what is the main idea? It is my favorite band. This is the main idea, and then we have the supporting ideas like I like them because their lyrics and live show and what and distinctive sounds. Okay, so here we need topic and the main idea, and then we have the supporting elements or ideas. Okay, good question.
All right. Any more questions?
Okay,
Okay,
here
so
are
I
some
think,
references.
all
And
right.
sorry, okay, so also thank you again for coming, and we hope to see you every Monday and Wednesday. And please remind your classmates about the Academic Writing Center and its weekly workshops and tutoring. Before leaving, please, as Dr. Bassam said, fill in the feedback form to get, I think, your certificate for the attendance. Okay. and wish you all the best. Wish you all the best. Sorry, Dr. Bassam.
Thank you, Brother Majid, for having this wonderful workshop, and thank you all for attending this workshop. And please stay tuned. We still have, inshallah, next this coming Wednesday, we'll have technical writing. Thank you, Brother Kamal, for posting this here. So thank you all, and enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you, inshallah, on Wednesday. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.